looking left, looking right, hearing and seeing no train approaching. I'm going to go ahead and proceed on.
Railroad crossing procedures are one of the most important safety issues for school bus drivers to understand. With everything from different types of railroad crossings to safe crossing procedures, it's critical that you as a school bus driver understand every aspect of crossing railroad tracks in a school bus. Although the school bus is considered to be one of the safest ways for students to travel to and from school, it does not have a chance if involved in a collision with a train. Because of the train's size and weight, it cannot stop quickly. This is why it will be imperative for you to gain every bit of knowledge about safe railroad crossing procedures. During this video, we'll be giving many examples of the procedures that drivers must adhere to when approaching, stopped at, and crossing railroad tracks in a school bus. We are also going to go over different types of crossings, road markings, and signs, and even special situations to be mindful of. The video will be divided into the following sections. Now that you have an idea of what we're going to cover, let's get into the first section where we're going to go over the different types of crossings you may encounter and the importance of knowing how to distinguish them from one another. Did you know that the United States has the world's longest railway network? With about 700 railroads currently operating and over 160,000 miles of tracks. Since there are so many tracks, you're going to see a variety of types of crossings. It is important to understand the different types of crossings you may run into at any point in your career so you will know the correct procedures to apply when approaching them. There are three main types of crossings we want to cover during the course of this video: passive, active, and signal-controlled crossings. Let's start with passive crossings. A passive crossing does not have any type of control devices such as lights, crossarms, or bells. Since there are no type of control devices present, the decision to proceed lies totally in the hands of the driver. Passive crossings, like this one, require you to recognize the crossing. It also requires you to actively search the tracks for an approaching train, and for you to decide if there is sufficient space to safely traverse the tracks. Usually, the only type of warnings for passive crossings are going to be warning signs and pavement markings. That is why you must always be aware and extremely cautious when approaching passive railroad crossings. Next up, we have active railroad crossings.